Dear children, welcome to your physics class. Today we are discussing Newton's first law of motion. Last class we studied what is force and two classification of force. One is balanced force and the second one unbalanced force. Before learning Newton's first law, in the textbook one activity mentioned. It is a one inclined plane. It is on inclined plane only. When a marble, in a playing marble, round marble, when allowed to fall, when you release it will go down because of gravitational force. Then it will go to this equal height. Then, dear children, if we decrease inclination, means here more inclined plane, this is little less compared to this. We are slowly decreasing inclination. Cheriva, inclination means cheriva. That inclination is decreasing. So what will happen? This marble can travel, it can cover more distance. Then, if we completely avoid inclination, since this side becomes flatter, this can move more distance comparing other cases. But after traveling certain distance, what will happen to marble? Marble ball will stop. Why? Because of frictional force. Because of frictional force. Then we can avoid to some extent this frictional force. First one, select a smooth marble. So to smoothen the marble, we have smooth marble. Then we can use lubricants. We can use lubricants to reduce friction. Surface becomes smooth. So smooth surface, smooth marble, and apply lubricants on the surface. By that we can reduce friction. But we don't have zero friction flow. It is not possible, zero friction. But we consider an ideal frictionless flow. Ideal frictionless surface means zero friction. Zero friction. Ideal frictionless surface, zero friction. Then here, dear children, what will happen to this marble floor? If it is ideal frictionless surface, it will not stop. It continues to move. It continues to move. Means there is no external unbalanced force. No external unbalanced force. To stop the marble flow. There is no external unbalanced force. Here what is unbalanced force? Friction only. If friction is not there, no external unbalanced force. Then what will happen? We release the marble floor because of gravitational force. Then no external unbalanced force. Then after it continues to move. It continues to move on the flat surface. Dear children, did you understand what is ideal frictionless surface in zero friction? There is no external unbalanced force. So their object continues to move in the same state. state of rest or of uniform motion along a straight line unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. So what we can write here? An object continues to be in the same state of rest or of uniform motion. Either at rest or of uniform motion along a straight line. Unless acted upon by an external force, an external unbalanced force, unbalanced. So what I have written, an object continues to be in the same state of rest of uniform motion along a straight line unless acted upon by an external unbalanced force. This is a definition of Newton's first law of motion. How Newton's first law is defined? According to Newton's first law, every object continues to be in the same state of rest or uniform motion along a straight line unless acted upon by an unbalanced external force. So, dear children, Newton's first law telling that every body continues to be in the same state. If it is in the same state of rest, it will like to continue in the same state. If it is in the state of motion, it will like to continue in the same state of motion. This tendency is called inertia. What we call this tendency? Inertia. Inertia. I-N-E-R-T-I-A. Inertia is the tendency of a body to continue in the same state, either at rest or uniform motion. That is why Newton's first law is called the law of inertia. Newton's first law is called the law of inertia. So what is another name of Newton's first law? Law of inertia. Why Newton's first law is called the law of inertia? We understand that every body continues to be in the same state of rest or of uniform motion unless acted upon by an external force. So everybody has the tendency to be in the same state, either at rest or of uniform motion. So we say the tendency is inertia. Then according to that we have three categories of inertia. Inertia of rest. We can say inertia of rest if it is continues to be in the same state of rest. Suppose you are sitting in a classroom. Your teacher asks you to stand up. Soon when teacher will command, you will not get up because your body has a tendency to be in the same state of rest. That when you observe every object like that. So when you are given command, suddenly they will not change the state. It will take a certain time because they have inertia of rest. Next category is inertia of motion. Inertia of motion. In your classroom, fan, leaves are moving. When suddenly current gone or we switch off, means we cut the supply of energy. So actually what must happen? The rotation should be stopped by that. But what will happen? You can see it again it rotates certain more time. Leaves will move certain more time of rounds, because leaf has the inertia of motion. Leaf has the inertia of motion. Then similarly, when you are traveling in a vehicle, if there is a hairpin curve, a curve which is a lengthy curve is there, hairpin curve we say, what will happen when the vehicle is taken a curve? What will happen? You are turned to one side because you have inertia of direction. Third one, inertia of direction. Here the mainly two type only mentioned, rest and motion. One more category we can say inertia of direction. So about that you will study more examples next class. What is inertia? You have to learn from textbook. And the definition of Newton's first law also given. It is given the lesson part also at the end of the chapter what you have learned. That also you must read. There are two definitions again, both meaning same only. Which one is easy for you? That you can study. Newton's first law defined at the topic part, also at the end of the chapter what you have learned. At the end of the chapter you can see a heading what you have learned. That is summary of the chapter. There Newton's first law is defined, also what is inertia is mentioned there. So that is both the definitions you can see from what you have learned and you can study either from lesson part or at the back of the chapter. Then a type of inertia, you are there, inertia rest, inertia motion. Then one more is inertia of direction. So we have three categories: inertia rest, inertia of motion and inertia of direction. Newton's first law very important only. Then the definition of Newton's first law, after we have inertia. There we can see one I am repeating, when object continues to be the same state or rest or motion, the tendency we say inertia. So Newton's first law is called law of inertia. So by that today's class over. So mainly you are asked to study Newton's first law. Then what is inertia? Why Newton's first law is called law of inertia? Thank you, children.